If you've spent any time looking in the mirror lately and noticed your hairline is staging a strategic retreat, you've likely been bombarded with solutions that range from the mildly annoying to the surgically invasive. Most of what passes for hair restoration today is either a chemical band-aid or a medieval scalp slicing procedure that belongs in a history museum. At ARTC, we've decided to ignore the traditional playbook entirely. Our approach to hair rejuvenation in Sarasota focuses on biological sovereignty, giving your body the specific cellular instructions it needs to stop the shedding and start the regeneration process from the inside out. I've spent the last few decades watching mainstream medicine treat hair loss like a cosmetic inconvenience rather than a physiological signal. They want to sell you a pill that might fix your hair but will definitely ruin your drive, or they want to transplant hair from the back of your head to the front like they're moving furniture in a burning house. It's nonsense. True regeneration requires a deep understanding of cellular signaling, microvascular and mitochondrial health, and the environment of the scalp itself. We don't just want to cover up the problem, we want to reverse the biological age of your hair follicles. Mainstream medicine is essentially a subscription service that manages declining health. They've convinced the average person that losing your hair is just part of getting older, which is code for we don't know how to fix it, so here's a prescription you have to take until you die. These medications often work by blocking hormones, specifically DHT, but they do so with the precision of a sledgehammer. You might keep your hair, but at what cost to your overall hormonal health and metabolic function? Then there's the surgical option. Don't get me started on the strip method, or even FUE, follicular unit extraction. While surgeons have gotten better at the art of hair placement, they are still just moving a limited supply of follicles around. They aren't actually addressing the underlying reason why those follicles are dying in the first place. If the soil is toxic or it is devoid of nutrients and water, it doesn't matter how many times you replant the tree. At ARTC, our protocols for hair rejuvenation in Sarasota are designed to optimize the follicular environment and stimulate the dormant stem cells that are already present in your scalp. We aren't interested in the latest fads or miracle shampoos sold by influencers who have more filters than actual medical knowledge. We look at the science of cellular signaling. If we can change the signals your follicles are receiving, we can change the outcome. This isn't rocket science, it's regenerative biology. When people search for hair rejuvenation in Sarasota, they're usually looking for a way out of the pharmaceutical trap. I built ARTC to be the antithesis of the cookie-cutter clinic. We don't just hand you a brochure and a bill. We dive into your specific biology. We look at your microcirculation and mitochondrial function and systemic inflammation, because your hair is often the canary in the coal mine for your overall health. If your body is under-resourced or overinflamed, it's going to stop investing in non-essential assets like a thick head of hair. Our protocols are built on the foundational principles of the Wolverine Healing Protocol. We use a combination of superphysiologic stimuli and advanced biologics to trigger a regenerative response that the body simply cannot achieve on its own in its current state. By utilizing tools like exosome therapy, we provide the software update your follicles have been waiting for. Precision diagnostics, we don't guess, we measure. Your hair loss isn't the same as your neighbor's. Targeted biologics, we use the most advanced extracellular vesicles to deliver growth factors directly where they are needed. Systemic support, we address the internal environment, hormones, gut health, inflammation, to ensure the results actually last. Let's talk about the heavy hitter, exosomes. Mainstream clinics tend to focus on PRP like a spa treatment. They draw a little blood, spin it in a cheap centrifuge, and poke your head a few times. That isn't medical science, that's theater. For PRP to be effective, it needs to be highly concentrated and delivered with precision. Even more importantly, it has to have high concentrations of growth factors and collagens. According to a study on the efficacy of PRP in hair restoration, the concentration of platelets and the presence of specific growth factors and collagens are the primary drivers of success. The problem is that after 30, the amount of growth factors and collagens drops dramatically. That's why we don't use PRP. The results are too inconsistent and often disappointing. Instead, we focus on exosomes and several supportive tools, including balancing one's hormones, optimizing nutrition, enhancing microcirculation, and mitochondrial function using our proprietary Wolverine Healing Protocol. Exosomes are the latest evolution in regenerative medicine. They complement stem cell therapy and have some different properties due to their much smaller size. Think of them as the master keys of cellular communication produced by and used by stem cells. While PRP provides some of the raw materials theoretically, exosomes provide many more growth factors, cell signaling molecules, and messenger RNA, along with high-level instructions. These tiny vesicles contain proteins, lipids, and nucleic acids that tell your dormant follicles to re-enter the anagen growth phase. This isn't just about hair growth, it's about cellular reprogramming. Research published in the Journal of Cosmetic Dermatology highlights the potential of these signaling molecules to overcome the limitations of traditional stem cell therapy by delivering a more potent and controlled regenerative signal. Don't get me wrong, stem cells are phenomenal and contain exosomes, but they are hundreds of times larger than exosomes, which limits their ability to get into certain tissues like the scalp and hair follicles. When we combine the therapies we use in the Wolverine Healing Protocols, we are attacking the problem from multiple angles. We are providing the building blocks and the blueprints far in excess of what PRP can provide. This synergistic approach is why our results for hair rejuvenation in Sarasota stand so far apart from the one-size-fits-all clinics that populate the local strip malls. At the heart of everything I do is the Wolverine Healing Protocol. This isn't just a catchy name, it's a commitment to rapid regeneration and biological optimization. We want your body to heal at a rate that mainstream medicine considers impossible. By optimizing your biological age, we create a systemic environment where Hair Rejuvenation Sarasota isn't just a localized treatment, but a byproduct of a healthier, younger body. Most people don't realize that hair loss is often linked to microinflammation of the scalp and a decline in the oxidative stress response. If we can downregulate that inflammation and boost mitochondrial output, the follicles can finally breathe. We use advanced protocols that integrate these high-tech biologics with lifestyle and metabolic interventions to ensure that the new hair you grow is strong, healthy, and most importantly, yours. PRP tends to be quite inflammatory, which is one of the additional reasons we do not use it. We aren't interested in maintaining your decline. We are interested in reclaiming your vitality. If you are tired of being treated like a line item on a big pharma spreadsheet, you're exactly the kind of person I want to work with. Choosing Hair Rejuvenation in Sarasota at ARTC is an investment in your biological sovereignty. It's about more than just a full head of hair. It's about refusing to accept the inevitable decay that society expects of you. Whether you are in the early stages of thinning or have been struggling with hair loss for years, there's a path forward that doesn't involve scalpels or systemic drugs with a laundry list of side effects. I've spent my life studying the science of longevity and regeneration. I've seen what's possible when you stop treating symptoms and start addressing the fundamental biology of the human body. The technology exists. The protocols are proven. The only thing missing is your decision to stop settling for good enough and start demanding the best for your health. This isn't a quick fix. This is a specialized approach to human optimization. If you are ready to see what real science can do for your hair and your health, let's get to work. Stop the shed. Start the regeneration.